All right, this is episode 8 of the music review. Um, Today is the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which is the debut solo album by American singer and rapper Lauryn Hill of the Fugees, released August 25th, 1998 through Rough House Records and Columbia Records. It is considered a neo soul and R&B album with some songs based on hip hop, soul, and reggae. The lyrics are touching upon Hill's pregnancy, which Lauryn gave birth to her son the year prior to while recording, and the turmoil with their former group, the Fugees, along with themes of love and God. The album's title was inspired by the film and autobiographical novel, The Education of Sonny Carson, and Carter G. Woodson's The Miseducation of the Negro. Recordings for the session took place between 1997 through June of 1998. The album spawned 3 singles: Doo Wop, That Thing, X Factor, and Everything Is Everything. So, after touring with the Fugees, Lauryn became involved in a romantic relationship with Jamaican entrepreneur Rohan Marley and shortly became pregnant with their child afterwards. The pregnancy was, as well as other circumstances through her life, inspired Lauryn to make a solo album. Recording sessions from the album took place between late 1997 through June of 1998, mainly at the Tough Gong Studios in Kingston, Jamaica, as Hill collaborated with a group of musicians known as New Ark in writing and producing the songs. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 422,624 copies within its first week, which broke its record for first week sales by a female artist. It was promoted by 3 hit singles: Doo Wop, That Thing, X Factor, and Everything Is Everything. Doo Wop, its lead single, peaked at number 2. The lead single peaked at number 1 in the U.S., with the latter 2 singles peaking within the top 40. To further promote the album, Lauryn Hill made televised performances such as Saturday Night Live and the Billboard Music Awards before embarking on a sold-out worldwide concert tour. Now, ever since the release, it has been ranked in numerous best albums, with a number of critics ranking it as one of the greatest albums of the 1990s, as long as one of its greatest albums of all time. It just recently was certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America for an estimated sales of 10 million copies. With that being, Lauryn Hill is the first female hip hop album to ever do so, to sell over 10 million copies and to reach diamond. While the album has sold over 20 million copies, it's making it one of the best-selling albums. Better yet, it's one of the best-selling neo-soul albums of all time. Sadly, this is Lauryn Hill's only studio album up to date. Now, considered a neo-soul and R&B album, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill incorporates musical styles such as soul, hip-hop, and reggae. Some songs which are based in hip-hop soul. When It Hurts So Bad is musically old roots reggae mixed with soul, while mostly in English, such as Forgive Them Father and Lost Ones. Both feature singing in patois, which is the common dialect in Jamaica. Although heavily R&B, the song Superstar contains an interpretation of the rock song Like My Fire, performed by The Doors. Lauryn Hill says that she didn't want to come out with a Fugees type sound, but create something that was uniquely and very clearly a Lauryn Hill album. She also said that she did not intend for the album sound to be commercially appealing. There's too many artists pressured to have hits these days. Artists are watching Billboard instead of exploring themselves. Looking at somebody like Aretha Franklin, she didn't hit it with her first album, but she was able to grow up and find herself. I also wanted to make honest music. I don't like things to be too perfect or too polished. People may criticize her for that, but Lauryn Hill grew up listening to Al Green, Sam Cooke. When they hit a high note, you feel it. Now, most of the lyrics on her album dealt with motherhood, the Fugees, reminiscence, love, heartbreak, and God. Commenting on the album's gospel content, Hill stated gospel music is inspired by the Gospels. In a huge respect, a lot of this music turned out to be just that. During this album, I turned to the Bible and wrote songs that I drew comfort from. Several of the album songs, such as Lost One, Superstar, X Factor, Forgive Them Father, were widely speculated as direct attacks as her other members of the Fugees, Wyclef and Pras. X Factor was originally intended for a different artist. However, Lauryn Hill decided to keep it after it was completed due to its personal content. After a large portion of the album's love songs would turn out to be bitter from Hill's previous relationships, Nothing Even Matters, which is a duet performed by Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo, showcased a brighter, more intimate perspective on the subject. The song was inspired by Hill's relationship with Rowan Marley. Speaking about Nothing Even Matters lyrics, Lauryn Hill remarked, I wanted to make a large love song like a Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway and give people a humanistic approach to love again without all the physicality and over sexuality. Now to Zion, which is among the more introspective tracks on the album, spoke about Hill's family came before her career, and her decision was to have her first child, even though many at the time encouraged her to abort the pregnancy so as to not conflict about her burgeoning career. In an interview, she discussed the song's origin and significance, commenting, names wouldn't have come when I was ready to have them. The only name that came to me was Zion. I was like, is Zion too much of a weight to carry? But this little boy, man, I would say he personally delivered me from my emotional and spiritual drought. He just replenished me. Hold on a second. Okay. He just replenished my newness. When he was born, I felt like it was born again. I was born again. She further states that I wanted it to be a revolutionary song about a spiritual movement and also about a spiritual change going from one place to another because of my son. Throughout the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, several interludes of a teacher speaking to what is implied to be a classroom of children are played. The teacher was played by American poet and politician Ras Baraka, speaking to a group of children in the living room of Hill's New Jersey home, where Lauryn Hill was born. Hill requested the Barack speak to the children about the concept of love, to which he improvised in the lecture. Slant Magazine's Paul Schrodt remarked the title's reference to Carter G. Woodson's The Miseducation of the Negro. Hill adopts Woodson's thesis and make it part of her own artistic process, like the song themselves. The intro, outro, classroom scenes suggest a larger community working to redefine itself. Along with Woodson's books, the album's title was inspired by the film and autobiographical novel The Education of Sonny Carson. Now, initially there was no planned tour. There was no immediate tour plan due to the album not needing the promotion. Also, Hill was pregnant with a second child due in September of 1998. Her first live performances were on Saturday Night Live and at the Billboard Music Awards. So therefore, really she did not plan a tour, but she did begin a tour in Tokyo in January of 1999. And so shortly, now with the album's success, Hill became a national media icon as magazines ranging from Time to Esquire to Teen People veiled to place her on the front covers. In a February 1999 Time cover story, Hill was credited for making the for helping fully assimilate hip hop into mainstream music, which made her the first hip hop artist to ever appear on Time magazine's front cover. Um, so, on the Miseducation's 15th anniversary in 2013, Nas reviewed the album for XXL. He hailed it as a model for artists of all genres to follow. He also called it a timeless record, pure music, and says that it represents a time period, a serious moment in black music when young artists were taking changes and breaking through doors. So the Miseducation remains Hill's only studio album after its success. She shunned her celebrity and pursued a private life while raising 6 children, but she was sued. Also, she was sued over songwriting credits, served a 3-month prison sentence in 2013 for tax evasion. However, in 2018, Lauryn Hill embarked on a concert tour commemorating the 20th anniversary of the album. So that's how it is. Like I said, this is such an amazing album and a neo soul album, especially if you like Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, The Roots, The Fugees. If you like all those artists, I would definitely check out this album. This is one album you cannot skip a track. Like, you literally, it's like watching a movie. You must listen to it from start to finish. Such an amazing album. It's another one of those that could help with anxiety and mental health. Like I said, such an amazing album right here. She did win several awards for the album. She won a few MTV Video Awards and a couple Source Awards, including Album of the Year and New Artist of the Year, which also was placed in its Source magazine's top 10 albums of 1998. She also did appear on the September 98 cover of the Source to promote the album. So, but, it was it received highly positive reviews from contemporary critics. So, like I said, at the end of 1998, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was voted as the second the second best record of the year by Pop and Jazzo. She won 5 Grammys out of 10 at the 1999 Grammy Awards, making her the first woman to ever be nominated that many times in one year. She won 5 Grammy Awards for Best New Artist, Best R&B Song, Best R&B Female Vocal Performance, and Best R&B Album, and also won hip-hop, the Grammy Award for Album of the Year, making it the first hip-hop album ever to receive that award. And that record was broken 17 years later in 2016 when Kendrick Lamar went home with 5 Grammy Awards for his album To Pimp a Butterfly. It also earned nominations for the NAACP Awards for Outstanding Female Artist, Outstanding Album, and Outstanding Song for doo-wop. At the Billboard Awards, it won in the album the Best Album R&B. It also won, while doo-wop won Best R&B Urban Artist New Art Clip, and was also awarded an American Music Award for Best New Soul R&B Artist and a Soul Train Award for the album. So that is it for today. I'll see you guys on the air tomorrow. Like, subscribe, follow my YouTube channel, comment. Peace.